south side of Chicago and Wright Field. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go, and on the hill in this one, Jake Eder. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this, every player wants to perform well.
Well, the Tigers see the Chicago White Sox for the first time since early April here in our first trip to Wright Field. Wenzel Perez leading off.
Wenzel Perez leading things off.
In what is unfortunately Parker Meadows' season debut, it just happens to come against a left-hander. But looking at that pregame, his contact is better. His power is way worse.
Today in Major League Baseball, we honor one of the greatest players in the history of the game.
Is indeed Lou Gehrig Day. No special presentation, jersey patches, anything, but it is Lou Gehrig Day across baseball.
For ALS, the disease that claimed the life of the great.
And into center field, no, snagged it short. Thought that ball had a little bit more juice behind it as we take a look at the order. Andy Ibanez back in against the lefty, which is pretty much where I think Andy Ibanez is going to sit. Parker Meadows on your screen there, making his season debut, batting 8th.
I think even you are going to be really impressed because he can really impact the game with his wheels, and you like guys that can score.
So Ibanez's average has tanked a bit.
Andy Ibanez batting with one
so
down,
far, Jake Eder content to throw strikes, at least until we start doing damage on those strikes.
When you think about the impact of Lou Gehrig on the world of sports, consider
technically, yes.
His number 4 was retired.
I'm gonna say I think they called that
it is the first number ever to be
swing
retired
there.
in all of professional sports. So effectively, the reason we have retired numbers
Eder's
is due to the
fastball
fact that Lou Gehrig passed
is only low to mid 90s, but it certainly looks like it has some zip on it, especially into these right-handers.
Kicks and deals.
There it is.
Misses. It's a strikeout.
Change up. Just below the knees and a strikeout for Jake Eder. Here's Torque, looking for him to do some damage today.
Now here is Spencer Torkelson.
Rocket foul.
Pearls foul.
Fastball 95. Straighten that up a little bit. Woo. And I can't touch that changeup right now. Jake Eder with an elevated ERA. First inning, he's getting to us.
And you're talking about a disease that is 100% fatal.
Out away, cutter. Perhaps just off the inside edge. The good pitch and an 0-2 count.
And 5 years. Gets a piece and
do it again. Start to try and time up his stuff a little bit better. Change-up timing was better, but still 0-2.
Necessary to raise money not just for research but also for patient care. The average out-of-pocket cost for somebody with ALS is $250,000.
Well, pitches in for Eder.
1-2.
Make it 2-2 on Torkelson. Do it again. Fastball outer edge. Good pitch. Especially after 2 over on that side of the plate that didn't really come close. There it is. Oh, that changeup's going to be a problem. Especially if he's so fastball heavy and then drops that thing in as he did to Torkelson and Ibanez.
Back here with my pal Siggy. And today's starter, Jack Flaherty. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
If this isn't the start that turns around Jack Flaherty, I don't know what will. Jack Flaherty starts against Josh Rojas. Popped up on the infield. That's a good start for Javi Baez, who makes his return to shortstop.
to win.
With Parker Meadows back in the order, he's there. And apparently we aren't going to see the White Sox lineup. Here's Austin Slater.
That one's in there, 0-1.
34 and 26, a little bit shy of what the Tigers have done IRL.
And ball one.
Then again, if we keep saying it, I mean, the SDS has disrespected the Tigers a little bit.
And that is downstairs.
2-1 here on Slater.
2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And downstairs.
Oh boy!
First pitch strike
Well,
from the pitcher,
same
but
problems
no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient,
happening here
showing
for
good
Jack.
Discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1
Ground ball,
count.
week one. Torres, odd play, but he makes it 2
This
away.
afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first.
We just had that happen with Salvador Perez in our last game here tonight on stream.
Down, base is empty.
Fell behind a
Here's
little bit.
Tuckman.
And then, no, Salvador Perez swung in a 3-1 count and didn't do much with that pitch.
First pitch misses.
This is where we get ourselves into trouble with Jack Flaherty. It just feels like everything misses low at all times.
To the right
On the
side,
ground, Torkelson.
Takes it
Certainly
himself,
not the
and White
best
Sox go
inning.
quietly.
What a 1-2-3 inning for Jack
1-2-3
Flaherty.
go the White Sox. Scoreless after 1.
Gleyber Torres, Kerry Carpenter, Dylan Dingler. All righties up against the left-hander and Jake Eater.
Here on the south side, here's the veteran second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Pretty good series in Kansas City for Gleyber Torres. He's to average a good 10 points in that series. Came in really struggling.
Eater back to work. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
I feel like that cutter is going to be a pitch that we can do damage on, even with that swing, even if we don't change it. Just have to get it in its right spot.
Next offering way off the plate. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation.
Didn't we
as a
just see
pitcher's
Gary
umpire.
Simmons?
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than
Maybe
most,
not.
I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're
changeup
looking
is
for.
disgusting.
Covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
Like, it starts off at one level and then just completely falls. And the air to left field. Gleyber Torres in a 1-2 count makes it 1-0 Tigers.
That'll fire up the dugout. That's career homer number 149.
Oh,
And they
my
jump
goodness,
out front.
Gleyber.
It's 1-0.
Did he just throw us a cutter down at the bottom of the zone? Or was that one of those changeups again that maybe floated a little bit too long?
He's so good at
11th home run of the year for Gleyber Torres. It should have been his 12th if you saw Game 2 of the Kansas City series.
But he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over. Stays
Pulled
through
it,
the
and that
ball,
was easy.
Gets the loft and gets the home run.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Right now, the leading RBI man in the American
Cutter at the
League.
bottom of the
He's
zone.
been huge this season.
Here's Carpenter. That's why I call it the second most depressing place in baseball.
That leadoff home run, go back to work, focus
It's
on
not
his
an
next
it's not an attractive ballpark, and the only place worse that I can think of is the Trop.
Missed with a changeup. And 1-1
on Carpenter. Coming off a 1-for-5 that he was hitting the ball well. Unfortunately, just right to Kansas City Royals. That changeup. And he can place it just at the knees or just below the knees all he wants. I mean, the thing just falls off.
Next offering is outside.
2-2 on Carpenter. Tigers swept the first series of the year back at Comerica Park. That was the home opener series. Do it
And
again.
a foul ball, he stays alive. And it remains
again.
2-2.
Really feels like just about everything else that he's throwing is a pitch that could be easily fouled away outside of that changeup if he throws it at the knees.
Swing and a
Not
miss.
that! went up north. Strikeout for Carpenter, and the third strikeout for Jake Eater.
Top of the strike zone, we're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes,
There's so many
ready to pull the trigger.
pitches for Eater that can just kind of fade into the zone if thrown improperly.
Seems like he's making contact with
Dylan
everything
Dingler.
lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Shouldn't have swung at that. A little bit swing happy in our last game against the Royals. A little bit swing happy here to start, but at least in this instance, it has ran up the pitch count of Eater. I keep thinking I can get that pitch, and I just can't. It's just, that break-in stuff is so muddy. He's locating it very well, right at the knees, maybe just below. It's disgusting.
And the first pitch misses for ball
Ball 1 to Green. Bullet.
To the right side.
Can't stop doing that, so it seems.
And that'll do it.
So many outs for the Tigers as of late, just line drives to first base. But Gleyber Torres does put the Tigers on the board and in the hit column. Jack Flaherty back to work with a 1-0 lead.
Back here on the south side, Joey Gallo steps to the plate.
The first baseman,
Huh?
Joey Gallo.
Okay, so a couple of questions. All right, so he must have just recently been called up or something. Joey Gallo is a Chicago White Sox, and he's batting .440.
Fouled off to the right.
Okay. All right. Can't say I was expecting this today.
Next offering is fouled back.
Sure, he still has that tremendous power.
Swing.
Just no
straight, and that's a
contact.
strikeout.
Down goes Gallo for Jack Flaherty's first strikeout.
The left
Now
fielder,
it's Andrew
Andrew.
Benintendi to hit. Hitless at 4 at bats
Benintendi,
yesterday.
a bit of a threat.
And that
Changeup
one's
drops in.
for a strike. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. That's a strike.
Sinker from
And it's
Jack.
0-2.
Well, he's got ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Good foul off there from Benintendi. Let's try something.
One down, base is empty.
Good
Grounds one to
pitch.
short.
Ground ball,
Baez.
Baez.
Tosses across to first.
El Mago
Benintendi
still
The second baseman,
a thrill at shortstop for sure.
And here is
As fun as he has been in center field, happy to have him back at short in a way.
Right
Like,
there
it was
for
really
a strike.
fun with Javi Baez in center field. Like, it wasn't the disaster that I certainly thought it would be.
A lot of that one in this one.
That one hit hard.
Right side.
Carpenter tracking it down to
Sizing
end the
this
inning.
one up.
But it would be great to have Parker
And
Meadows'
that is out number
speed
3.
out there in center field to just
We
run
play 2
down
innings. It's 1-0.
balls over his head, balls in the gaps. Parker Meadows is going to save runs for this team, no doubt. And he leads off the third.
Back at the ballpark, and one of the things that's been happening lately, hot hitting as we take a look at the numbers this month.
Yeah, well, you take a look at the numbers for the last month is, yes, this is indeed the June 2nd game. I thought for a second it was our first game in the month of June. It was not technically our last one. So a big welcome back to Parker Meadows. Started out last year in Tigers franchise, a bit of a meme player. Primarily in pick the stick, but I mean, turned into a guy that was quite productive for us. Not when we swing at change-ups like that. Jake Eater is loving that pitch, and I don't blame him.
Gets a piece.
Somehow got a piece
and
of it.
stays alive.
I couldn't tell you how. We're just going to have to start laying off best we can.
Next offering misses, and a count 1-2.
That's the thing there, is that
Really
could
had
be a
some run
change.
and finished a little
That
up and
drops
in
off
just on the edge. And
a
that's
low
what it was.
inside
You swing
corner.
at it. He had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And it's even up.
2-2 on
in this
Meadows.
at-bat, he's seen a couple of
And so the
off-speed pitches,
return of
now
Parker
back-to-back
immediately
fastballs.
gives us
In
the
this count,
fastest base
you
runner on
definitely
this
gotta
team
stay
by
back.
far.
Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Up
Next
high
offering
again,
misses,
3-2.
And it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially
Got to
with
go
some
back to the
strikes.
changeup, right? Nope.
Swing and a miss.
Fastball
Struck him
pain.
out. Now 5 strikeouts for him.
Strikeout for Meadows to start his 2025 season. And I mean, that's just one that, what do you do with? He missed that spot 3 times up and in. And then when it came down to it, he hit it.
With 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to
Here's
figure out a
Baez.
way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
The batter now, Javier Baez.
Wasn't a strike to Meadows, it's a strike to Javi. So make that make sense.
Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
The shortstop takes
Ooh,
the
actually
ball.
held up on one. 2-1 on Javi. Haven't been ahead in the count very much.
Just missed.
Should be sitting on first base right now. Wenzel due up. I'll make it
And it's fouled
3-2.
away.
First pitch actually in the zone, fouled away.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. So he picks up his 6th.
Jake
strikeout
Heater's
of the ball
annoying
game.
as hell.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone.
Elevated ERA. He's
prepare
doing a
for it,
great
can
job
get
right
to it,
now.
But that one just had that little
Wasn't ready.
jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease.
I
in
can't catch up
velocity
to his
as the
fastball,
hitter's
but I'm
internal
flying
clock would
open on
expect
his
it to, and That's
changeup.
why you see the swing and miss.
And that's really just about all he's throwing.
That's inside. And a count even 1-1.
We've seen very few
2 out, space is
curveballs,
empty.
very few cutters. Oh my,
So a
there
foul
was a
ball
cutter.
makes it 1-2. On the ground,
Fastball
right
low.
side, and it goes just foul.
Good news for us is that Eater's pitch count is not in great shape. Do it again.
Fights that one away,
Fastball outer
still
edge.
1-2.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Swing.
Wow.
And a miss. Curveball in the dirt.
3 pitches in a
Gets 2
line
out
in the
first.
zone already, and then he
Job.
drops in
So
the
drop third
curveball.
strike doesn't hurt him.
I'm
and
fairly
that's that.
certain Jake Eater just struck out the side. Bottom of the 3rd. 1 hit. At least it was for Detroit, and at least it left the yard.
Welcome back.
Leading
And
up
coming off
for
a
the
series
White
where the
Sox,
pitching
the
was
center fielder,
outstanding. We take a look at those numbers.
It was a great series for the Tigers pitching-wise, at least the first 2 games. Walked off by the Royals in the finale. Jack Flaherty back to work. 17 pitches through 2.
Just missed.
Luis Robert batting
native of
7th.
Cuba, signed with the White
I know
Sox
he's
in
fallen
May of
off a bit, but
2017.
damn.
The delivery
1-1.
to Robert. Just missed.
Would love if Jack could build some confidence up here. Just can't really seem to get that meter going.
Swinging a
Foul
foul
away
straight
again.
back.
That's a problem.
Bounce that off to the left,
Foul.
and we'll do it again.
Lot of air underneath that thing. Got him looking.
for
Wow.
the K.
Boog, he was
Robert, at least with a battle,
slider made him long.
something the White Sox really haven't done all that much is Colson Montgomery. Left field, first pitch, Riley Green. And that long battle there in the previous at-bat just negated almost pitch count-wise. Matt Thaiss.
It immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Thaiss measures 6 feet even, hitting 9th in today's lineup. A former first-round pick.
That one hit hard right field. It's out of here.
Field, way back there. That's long gone.
Each team's first hit has been a home run.
His second of the year, and we're level.
Matt Thaiss only his second of the year. That's been Jack Flaherty for you as of late.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right.
367 feet. Didn't leave the bat at 100 miles an hour. And that's back to Flaherty's last start. I mean, just a disgusting miss, middle of the plate. Ground ball. Baez, easy.
Baez fires over to first.
We'll head to the fourth. Matt Thaiss ties this game a hit aside through the early innings.
It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Time to either figure Jake Eater out or chase him out of here.
Back at right field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Andy Ibanez.
Andy Ibanez is the guy that can do it if the mistake is made. 50 pitches through 3.
And there's a strike.
Same attack as last time. Ibanez saw nothing but pitches down and in
the distance if he keeps this up.
In the first.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Felt like a pitch I was on. It's a pitch I was on. Fouled away by Andy. Ground ball. We put something in play, which is, you know, quite rare here in this one. Jake Eater with a bunch of strikeouts. It's a sign of hopefully good things to come. Now, that on a cutter, middle of the plate, well timed, not great, but
just off the inside edge.
Still better than what we were doing. 15 home runs in the year for Torkelson. And make it 16. Oh my goodness, what a blast.
And that one is
never in doubt from Tork to make it 2-1. And that's a big home run because at last checked, in terms of the race for the home run derby, we know Gary Carpenter's already going to be there, but we can get Tork there. He's kind of right on that threshold. Currently sitting 5th in the American League in home runs, and depending on what's happened in the last day of games, he might now be tied for 4th. And Tork doesn't get the chance to go off against many left-handers.
Here is Gleyber Torres. He's already homered in this game.
About damn time.
First pitch
check swing, ball 1.
1-0.
Gleyber already with a home run in this game. 2-0. Jake Eater doesn't want anything to do with him. He's allowed 2 hits. They both left the yard.
In this situation, ahead 2-0.
3-0.
In a really good spot.
Next pitch is outside.
Now we'll certainly take 3-1 here. I don't think Eater wants anything to do with
it seems that
Torres,
way. Guys, they can
with
come
Carpenter
out, feel
do
good,
up.
but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
I don't think we see a competitive, or at least a good enough pitch to hit here 3-2 or 3-1. I just don't.
One down, base is empty.
Kind of did.
He's been good for the
A
most
floating
part.
little
Maybe he takes
changeup.
one going
Back-to-back
out to the mound to maybe
changeups is
refocus him a
3-2.
bit.
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you
Ball
come
four
in,
anyway.
you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get
Walk
you on
to
track. and you have a
Torres.
great
That'll
show.
bring up
So perhaps
Carpenter.
it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Struck out on a
And next to hit for
fastball
Detroit,
up in the
Kerry
zone.
Carpenter. First
Ball one.
pitch misses.
I'll tell you this, what a start from Jake Eater, but he won't be able to go maybe even into the 5th. I'm not sure.
Right through there for a
And I mean, the
strike.
more we take pitches, regardless of the outcome, the more we can get into that awful White Sox bullpen. Hit hard by Carpenter, right center field, it is caught, and we are probably going to get doubled off here. What a job in center, I believe, by Robert to get over. Torkelson goes deep to make it 2-1, but a little bit of a toot plan and the inning. I really thought that was getting down.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around
And
the
all
league.
that notable
Austin
in the news and notes.
Slater.
Kevin Williams' save total increases to 22. We don't have to see the Yankees again for a while. 2-3-4 for the White Sox.
Just missed.
It's just been all year with Jack Flaherty. I don't know why he misses so low.
The other
Torkelson,
way.
backhanded. Good play, one
Torkelson
away.
takes it to the bag, one up, one down.
Now batting, the right fielder.
And despite the outcome of the 3rd inning with the home run
Mike Tauchman
for the White
steps to the
Sox,
plate
I
for the
mean,
White Sox.
Jack Flaherty's still got a chance at a really good start here.
And a foul
It'll
ball.
be fouled away. Green will not catch up.
And that drops in for a strike.
You know, it's sad, too, because I feel like we've really been timing up the pitches with Jack. Hard hit, Ibanez.
Throw on to
2 away.
Torkelson. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Joey.
And out away from the
Joey
5th
Gallo
inning.
Went down on strikes
We
his
are-
first time through.
And out away from getting through 4 innings where every hit is a home run. That'll happen.
Ground to second.
Ground ball, Joey
Torres
Gallo.
fires over to first. And they take care of Gallo for the out.
I mean, I would say what a start for Jack Flaherty. It is the White Sox. And we ain't doing much better at the plate.
It's the
But
Tigers 2 and the White Sox 1.
Jake Eater is pretty much going right at us.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Tyler
Well,
Gilbert.
bring out another left-hander out of the
This
bullpen.
has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario
It's a
might
bold
be if he
call.
can come in
I mean, you
here
got
and get
Green to
several
worry
quick
about
outs.
this inning.
Kind of bridge the gap that starter left.
Interesting.
And
Dingler,
there's a
foul.
ball.
Take a look at what he has to offer here. Leads with his cutter. Pretty low velocity stuff.
Breaking ball
Great
misses down
movement,
and
though.
away.
Sharp
Just
movement
missed with that
on that
backdoor breaking
curveball.
ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at
Cutter
bat.
again. One day we'll see a fastball.
That's ball 2.
2-2 on Dylan Dingler. 0 for 1.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul
Felt like we
ball.
had to foul that off. I'm not sure if we did. Yes, we did. Good pitch. 2-2. I couldn't.
Him out with
There's his fastball at 89 miles an hour, and it started to break.
Frustrating end to the at bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little
That's
while.
unfortunate.
You want to be ready to hit the fastball.
Riley.
Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case.
Into
right
left
there.
field. That could drop, and it
swinging,
does.
and it's a knock.
First hit of this game for either team that hasn't left the ballpark.
Thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments
It's a
can be
one-out
costly.
single for Riley Green.
And up next for Detroit, Parker Meadows.
Good opportunity for
Struck out
Parker
swinging
Meadows
his
for
first
his
time.
first hit of the year.
And that one
Check swing
upstairs, ball
up
one.
high.
Ball one, no strikes.
The battle for Parker, his first time.
Fastball for a strike.
Two-seamer. Don't see too many of those.
Number 64 up and loosening
White Sox
in
good
the
burn
pen.
through their bullpen
Varland
here today.
Also throwing.
Thought that was a good swing on that cutter. Not so much. 1-2.
The 1-2. That
Ball
one
two.
missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job.
Kerry
to
Carpenter with
straighten
3
him up a
home
bit.
runs tonight,
Mission
by the way.
accomplished.
ESPN sending me notifications about his quest for 4.
That misses the
close,
zone,
3-2.
And the count's full.
Baez due up next. Would be a threat. Ground ball, and Parker Meadows with an error, and he's up to second base.
Well, he hung in there at second to
That
get the
play
out, but
did
the
not
return
have
throw
to be
first
made
is
that
way
quickly.
offline, and I have to
Good
think the runner
throw
coming in
here.
second had a
And
part
even
in
with
that.
Meadows'
You
speed,
can't assume the
you know what? He
double
was
play,
pretty
because
close.
The batter moves up past first. He does get charged with the throwing error.
I'll give
right
that
there.
to him, but here's an
Bobby
RBI
Baez
chance
digs
for
in right
Baez.
side. He was a strikeout victim his first time. The
know.
shortstop takes the ball. Runner
Not
at
a
second,
benefit
2
of
down.
working around Baez here. Outside, if you get Wenzel, who's, newish to the lineup this season. Not many fastballs from Tyler Gilbert. Trying to pull the trigger on one that we saw and way behind it.
Tap foul at the plate.
Tell you this is a pretty good pitching effort from the White Sox. And a left field, no. Second time in this game, I thought I had one blooped over the head of the shortstop. Colson Montgomery is there. 2-1 Tigers.
And the White Sox won.
In a close one with one of the worst teams in baseball.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared.
Flaherty's numbers will continue,
Benintendi.
at least for the moment. Jake Eater's day is done. 4 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 2 hits, a walk, and 7 Ks. It is 5, 6, and 7 against Flaherty.
Back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call.
I finally hit that edge, and it's called a ball. That's outstanding. Popped up. Oh, my
Right
goodness.
side, Torres.
This game could be 2-2. Glaber there.
Makes the grab,
One away.
one away.
I just heard a fan cheer. Unbelievable. Like, dog, you're a White Sox
Lenny
fan.
Sosa,
It is
fly to right
totally
his
believable.
First time. Just
Lenny
missed.
Sosa,
Counts 1-0.
I'd say one of the
Down
few
the run.
threats the White Sox have.
And that one fouled off.
They
I
just
wouldn't throw him another
cannot.
breaking ball. Try
get
to go
anything
get the
going
fastball
here.
slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's into center.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field.
Second hit of the day for the White Sox, and there's Lenny Sosa for you. Left a sinker a little bit up there, maybe a little bit towards the middle of the
You
plate.
hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early.
Outer edge,
slid
but
up with the
didn't hit it that
well-timed
great.
swing, and came away with a beautiful
Here's
line
Robert.
drive into center field.
Luis Robert now. Ball one low.
Everything that I throw with Flaherty is just low. Base hit. I mean, that's almost identical. Sosa advancing to third. The throw from Meadows is off the bag.
Line safe at third.
And here we go again with Jack Flaherty.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a
Colson Montgomery.
in the center field. So that
0 for 1.
felt good. And a pretty good chance we can see a lead change here.
Fastball is in, and I mean, as well as Jack has pitched, he just has not built confidence throughout this game. It's going to get the tying run home. Throw on to first. Game is 2-2.
So the go-ahead
And now you have Matt Thaiss.
Next to hit for the Sox.
Homered earlier.
That one's
Ball high.
Ball 1.
As a pitcher, you know,
And I mean, out of the number 9 spot, too. That blows.
A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute.
Trying to throw that sinker a little bit harder. Maybe get them a little bit fooled.
Here's the pitch.
Runner on the move, no chance.
No throw, he
Curveball in the dirt. Luis Robert moves up.
Go-ahead run is now only 90
2-1
feet
count.
away.
Oh, a
Inside corner
called
for a
strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch. 2-2.
That
No.
misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
They tried to get
Josh
him to
Rojas
go.
wouldn't be
Chased the pitch
ideal
down the
here.
line, but he wouldn't bite.
Chopper, Torkelson, flip onto Flaherty.
Tosses to the pitcher,
And the
covering
Tigers
bag.
will get out of
They
this
limit the
inning
damage here.
with a tie game. It is 2-2.
And 1 left
2
on.
runs on
We're
3
through
hits for
5.
both
We are
sides
tied,
as we
2-2.
head to the 6th. Wenzel Perez, Andy Ibanez, and Spencer Torkelson are due up.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th.
Shane Smith, I'll tell you what, the numbers for this
Well, he's
White
been a
Sox
bit of a wild card out there in
bullpen
terms
are
of
way better than I would have
He's
thought
definitely
for a
struggled
team that
with
I don't even know
passes
how
this
many
year.
wins they have on the year, but it's not many.
Top of the order now. Wenzel Perez digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well then, we see a right-hander for the first time today.
There's a strike. Perez,
Fucking
25 years
two-seamer.
old, and he's usually in the
For one, I
outfield.
can't see
Today,
it. There's
he's
a bit of a
the
glare
DH.
now, and
Double-barreled action in the
2.
bullpen. Cam
Good Lord,
Boozer
how'd that fall
getting
in?
ready to go. Anderson warming up as well.
I got a
That
ball, 1
misses
strike.
the zone, and it's 1-1.
That's the slider. Never came close. Wow. 92, but that's got zip. At least when it's going down like that, my goodness. Ground ball, sliding play, flip onto the pitcher and Smith, and one away.
You have to be ready for anything, and that's
Joey
why he
Gallo.
required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Andy Ibanez up now for the
Sure.
Tigers.
Why not? Here's Andy. Check swing, we probably win.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. Nope, he held
Those
back.
ones where you think that you
Ball
went
tied
are
up,
always the
and we're in
ones that
top
you
half of the
didn't.
6th.
2-0.
That's ball 2.
Or you know what I meant. The ones where you think that you held up looking at it are the ones that you went around. 2 sliders from Shane Smith. Hard hit. Andy Ibanez. Guess what? Still an out.
Benintendi able to make the grab.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now move on to Torg.
Now at the
Still
plate.
effective
He's already
against
homered here in
right-handers,
this
but
one.
nowhere near as much.
And first offering is
I
fouled
was
off.
hoping for that 2-seamer kind of falling down. Not that time.
That one fouled off.
It's a pitch I wanted. Didn't time it up that time.
The 0-2.
Hard hit center field. Torkelson may have done it again. No, it dies at the wall. And this is a hitter-friendly ballpark. Only 400 feet to center field.
2-2.
No pop in the Tigers' bats right now. Top of the order due up for the White Sox.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
You look at the pitch count for Jack Flaherty. And it's no surprise that we're going to keep him in this game.
That's off the mark.
I mean,
you know, these White Sox need to bring
helping out the
quality of their
bullpen
bats
would
and
be awesome.
specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit.
I mean,
for
he
them,
could
so
go
they
for a
haven't exactly
while
hit the ball
longer
gap to
still.
gap or out of the park. That
It's
makes it
2-0.
really difficult to generate runs.
That one finds the zone. And it's
Fastball in
2-1.
from Jack, 2-1. Three and
Just
one.
missed.
Austin Slater due up, not a power hitter.
The 3-1 in for a strike. Full
No
count.
swings yet
That
from
was the
Rojas.
pitch, 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the
I don't know what
fastball.
pitch to go to. I really don't. Chopper, Baez, a dive, it doesn't go. Josh Rojas, seeing eye single to start the sixth.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls.
Been the season for Jack Flaherty. I feel like
this
this is clearly his best game in a while,
Austin Slater.
but the bats aren't
He's
there.
grounded out a couple of times. And that drops in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not
Austin
throwing a ton
Slater
of
0
first
for
pitch
2.
strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success. But
Right field,
you can never
Carpenter.
predict baseball.
Carpenter
Underneath that,
brings it in.
one away.
And there's one away.
The right fielder,
Wait.
number 18, Mike Tuckman.
Now here is Mike Tauchman. Runner on the go.
Runner on the move. It's a hit and run. Baez, great reaction to get the second out.
Tauchman is gone.
Up next.
That's an underrated play there. Didn't have a chance to get the runner at second base.
So the go-ahead run in
And now we
scoring
see Joey
position.
Gallo.
Here's Joey Gallo. And that's through there for a strike.
Strikeout and a ground out. Has dropped his average about 30 points, so a recent call-up.
Gets in
Oh, yeah.
chase after that one. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the bottom of the sixth.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Down goes Gallo, and
He is his third
Flaherty's
of the
through
game.
6.
Well, this guy competes
He could
hard.
still go
You
a
see
while
the
longer,
emotion
too,
there. I love it.
which is
Good job
outstanding.
Getting out of the jam.
For once, this isn't even Jack's fault. 2 runs on 4 hits. I get it's against the White Sox. It's not great. If we're playing the Yankees at the Dodgers, it's probably, 10 runs on 14, but
Now pitching for the
Welcome
White
back.
Sox.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher
Number
on the mound,
60.
Justin Anderson. He
Justin
has a great slider with tons of
Anderson.
movement.
right-hander Justin
Here's Gleyber
Anderson, who
Torres.
leads with the slider, but also has heat.
And a foul ball.
We can't barrel up this team. No matter what we do, we can't hit this team hard.
And a swing and a miss there.
Thought I was going to get it, too.
2 strikes.
Both pitches at the knees, 0-2.
Goes
Oh.
down swinging for the strikeout.
Had no clue.
Ugly cut on the slider for strike 3.
Well, here's a chance in Kerry Carpenter.
Carpenter.
7th inning, 1 out.
That's down and in.
And I mean,
Well, a
they could
mistake
just
right
work
here could
around him
untie
here.
This ball game. If you're the pitcher out
Then I
there,
think you
just
got
wanna be a little
Dingler due
more
up
cautious.
after, and then Green.
Late with the swing there.
So
Wanted to
hard
hold
to
back.
touch.
I got 1 ball, 1
Being
strike.
at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even
90, 97, 98,
These
when
pitchers
he's
do such a
throwing
good
nothing
job
but
of
sliders
teasing that part of the
primarily.
zone,
It's just not fair.
Elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see
balls,
it for a good
1
while as a
strike.
hitter.
2-1
Looks
on Kerry.
juicy, and by the time
Hasn't
you
thrown us a
swing,
true
it's
strike.
almost in the catcher's mitt.
One down, base is empty.
Hard hit. Center field. Kerry Carpenter has given one a ride, and it's gone. There you go.
His
Home run
29th
number
of the
29.
season. It's 3-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate.
Third
in this one. They've
Tigers
got the
home
long
run
ball
of this
working for them
game.
on autopilot.
Is our 3rd run. And Kerry Carpenter
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity.
First
fastball
at bat
coming
against
inside
the
part of the plate.
left-hander.
In my experience, when you're
Rips
looking
one
over
out
the
to
plate,
center.
allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location.
Riley
That's a
Green can
tremendous
bat
swing.
this inning, too.
Now a chance for Dylan Dingler. Swings through that one for strike
Fastball,
one.
swing and a miss by Ding.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7.
Yeah, there's that slider.
As he chases way out of the zone.
That slider just odd movement.
Here's the 0-2. Ball one there.
Very true. True statement. Yeah, they've always done that. Own the show. I already do.
Foul ball still a 1-2
Got a
count.
piece of a cutter in
That wasn't an
93.
easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to
Justin
do damage
Henderson's
against
got
mistakes,
nasty stuff.
but that's not what that pitch was.
Yeah.
And down on
The one
strikes
pitch
it
I
goes.
didn't swing at is the one I probably should
Time
have.
he struck out in this one, and definitely an
Dingler,
individual performance
3
you want to watch.
strikeouts
He
in
just
this
hasn't
game.
looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days, but when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus
So
on
Green
doing
will
your part
bat.
to maintain that lead and getting
See
that
if he
W.
can replicate what Carpenter did.
At the plate, Riley Green.
Or if they even bother to pitch to him with 2 away. Next up would be Meadows. Weak
In
fly
the air,
ball.
out towards
Left center
left
field.
center, and that is that.
Probably a pitch that we could have let go. But Gary Carpenter goes deep, number 29 on the year,
to
make it 3-2.
Dialed into the show.
Both of our home run leaders have gone deep in this game.
Benintendi to start it.
The left fielder.
Andrew Benintendi to start the 7th.
Benintendi.
And the first pitch misses for
I feel like we
ball
got to become more fastball heavy and just hope that the results are good.
one. Fastball for a strike.
It's been so great today for Jack Flaherty. But it's just the changeup and the sinker that are just killing us here.
Just off the outside corner. The count now 2-2.
Hope he's ready for it. Ah, we missed again.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes.
Lenin
here.
Sosa due up. Don't want that.
Foul. We'll see another.
Probably a good thing that was
pitch.
foul because that was about to be ball 4. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Flaherty gets him on the fastball,
A
93.
big first out here in the 7th.
Up and in there for Jack.
Just does so much to change the outlook of an important
Not even
inning
the
like
greatest
this. When you
pitch.
get
His
the
stuff
leadoff
is
hitter,
really falling
so
off.
critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like
First
this. So a
pitch,
strikeout
chopper,
really puts them on their
Torres.
heels.
And that quickly 2 away.
Well, there's a
Now,
lot on that at bat
center
right there.
fielder,
Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Yeah, that's always
And now it's
unfortunate.
Luis Robert, 1 for 2.
Like, I feel like even the fake ads that, like, EA used to do on stuff like that were better than that.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Safe to
Well, he's
say,
got one
Robert
out in this
looking
outing
for
so
something
far.
else.
Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he is attacking.
Chopper,
Pitching on
Baez,
the road like this
good
is
speed.
very impressive.
How about it,
Fires
El Mago?
over to first. 3 up, 3 down.
Jack
And
Flaherty is
shot
through
size
7.
held in check here.
Might even go
3-2.
through 8. Meadows, Baez, and Wenzel Perez due up.
Now pitching for the
White Sox going with a new arm. Cam
Number
Boozer.
71.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality.
Cam
pitches
Boozer.
out of him right here.
Boozer.
Got to do his best.
Probably
to
a
keep the
favorite
score right where it is.
among White Sox fans.
1-run game.
Parker Meadows
up now
hitless
for the
in his
Tigers.
season debut.
That's in for a strike.
But, I mean, the White Sox pitching has been much better than I would have expected.
Inside corner.
Couple of
It's called a
sweepers. Down and in. Good luck.
That one
Oh, he
outside.
tried.
1-2 to count.
Solid
Too close for
attempt at that
Parker to
pitch
take
there,
that
but
0-2 fastball, but for
Oh, boy.
whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
that might be up there with one of the worst calls I've seen this year. I'm here for it, but wow.
Inside.
I was expecting a
Just
makeup
missed.
call so bad. 3-2. Oh, that's just a whiff on a
He's
fastball.
down on strikes.
Oh, my.
One gone here.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates.
Well,
These
bring up
fastballs
Javi.
are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands
3-2
and
Tigers.
jumping through
4
the zone.
hits aside here.
And now it's Baez. Popped foul out of play off to the right.
Team just can't
Bases
hit
empty, one
anything
away, and we're
well.
in the top of the 8th.
slow that fastball down to 94.
Swing and a liner
Back
foul
up to
off
96. 2 fastballs have gotten Javi down 0-2.
the right. Down
One
and
ball,
in, moved his
2
feet.
strikes.
Moved his feet, moved his body, moved the catcher, moved the ump. And yet, we'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Down
Ball
low.
2. 2-2 the count.
Not efficient for Boozer, to say the least.
To the mound.
We're going to be out. We're so going to be out. Baez
Gets
on
it
to
there,
first. He's out.
And they do.
That is a 112-mile-an-hour rocket off the back of Cam Boozer.
Yeah, I'm sure that stunned
For
him
a
more than
1,
anything,
2,
Boo.
3
Always
putout.
Scary when we see comebackers like that, but I think it might just turn into a big nasty bruise.
2 outs, base is empty.
Oh, my
Wenzel
goodness.
Perez up now for the Tigers.
Well, here's Wenzel.
Strike on the inside corner.
0-1's the count.
If we had injuries on, he's done. Sadly, injuries are on Manuel.
And now
That's
it's
a ball.
even up.
We would have killed about 10, 15 pitchers so far this year. Wenzel, a chopper. Cam Boozer.
And the Tigers
Right after he took 112 off the numbers, makes the play.
And it remains a 3-2 ball game.
What do you expect from a guy with a stash like that? 8, 9, and 1 will face Flaherty.
Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching
Leading
so
off,
far
Robo
this year.
White Sox.
Be a little smart about this. Take a look at the options in the bullpen. We'll get up Herder. We will get up. Honestly, this is a game that we should not blow, so give me Will Vest right now. 71 pitches through 7 for Jack.
Swinging a foul out of play. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Feels good to get swings and
Really looks like these
misses.
hitters have been
And the
in between
0-2.
with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider,
Pulled foul.
but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Safe to say they're ready for something.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees.
A 1-2.
And doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound.
Oh.
Trying to get a better sense of the umpire's strike
2
zone.
and 2. What a take. Here we go. Check swing. He went around. Out number 1, a strikeout of Colson Montgomery.
Strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really
we'll
makes
see
this
Matt
inning a bit
Theis.
more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run
Good
to needing to
fastball.
run into something
Outer
and just
edge.
try to string multiple hits together
Jack
to get a run
nearing
across
his
the plate.
end.
And that's down and away.
One ball,
Trying to hold a
can still go with a
lead here,
fastball.
the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is
Even that slow. Please. Slider. Back door.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball into.
Strikeout. And he took it.
Ks for him in this
Not
one.
sure if Matt
Well,
Dice
just a
took the
beautiful
bat off his
fastball on the
shoulders.
inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter
6
saw all the
strikeouts for
way
Jack
coming
Flaherty.
from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just
Not
got
good.
locked up by the hard stuff.
He should.
pouring in on his hands.
I have no idea
Josh Rojas.
why they would do what they did there.
And a strike in there.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing,
Whoa.
he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes.
0-1.
Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70%.
We've been
first pitch
at the
strikes.
benefit of 2 of the worst calls in this game.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2.
We did that with 1 strike away from ending this inning. Fouled away again. Flaherty needs to put this away. Not that time. Ball 1.
Good job to fight that one off.
Finally got him laid on
1-2
something.
now.
Ground
On the
ball.
ground, right side,
Glaber
Torres.
Torres. How about 8 strong
White
from
Sox
Jack
go
Flaherty?
quietly. Nothing doing for the White Sox.
Hasn't
They
won a
trail it
game in
3-2.
Lord knows how long. It's going to do it for him. Turn it over to the closer that makes the most sense.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gus Varland.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season.
Potentially a white flag
So
from the
this is
Chicago
an
White
important outing
Sox.
for him to get on the right track.
30 games this year for Gus Varland. His ERA is pushing 10,
Getting ready to hit.
which is a
Over
bit
3
of a
in this
surprise.
one.
I mean, he's got all of his stuff can touch 90.
Swings
Maybe
and
it's
blasts
not.
deep to
Andy
left center.
Ibanez, left center field.
And
First
it's a
pitch of the
one-hopper off
inning,
the
and
wall,
Andy
should be
Ibanez
extra bases.
will start
And
the
that's
9th with a
leadoff
double.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was
Now
ready
batting,
to swing
the
it on the
first
first pitch.
That
Challenged him with
seems
the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was
outrageous
clearly ready to
after
jump
all
on
they
it.
put into Gunther. I mean, Miz has been around forever, but so in truth, so nobody's safe.
And now it's going to be Spencer Torkelson.
Gus Varland against Torque.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
0-1. Make a bigger mistake.
Next
Nope.
offering is in for a strike.
Little slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball.
Feels like he's
speed
gonna
him
go
up, and
back
just
to that
subtract
pitch,
some
outer
velocity
edge.
and add a little movement.
Oh, yeah.
Outside low, and it's 1-2.
1-2. Try and blow some heat past this over there.
Now one
Or up
missed.
and in.
2-2 the count.
Working Torque primarily inside. 2-2.
And a swing and
Much
a miss
better
at the
slider than
in the
last
dirt.
time.
In time.
Much
and
better.
The drop third strike leads to the first out. And an excellent
Swing and a miss
shot
by
to be
Torque.
right there.
Strikeout
He
for
just ran
Varland.
patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here comes Glaber.
Now we'll see
Torres.
Glaber.
He launched the
Got the,
solo shot back
got
to
the
second inning
scoring
this one.
started.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early
The home
on.
run in
Definitely
this
helped them get off on the
low-scoring
right
game.
foot.
We do have to get the bullpen up. Haven't done that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that blows. Dude's such a legend, you know. Oh, fuck me. 2 left-handers. I mean, Mike Tauchman is actually worse against right-handers. Austin Slater is actually slightly better. And then there's Joey Gallo. Wow. You know what? I think we might try and save this game. You know, sit down, Herder. Warm up Holton. Go with that. Hopefully we give ourselves a buffer. Ground ball, that ain't gonna help.
Montgomery throws to first. And Gleyber Torres retired.
Something about the Chicago air. Nothing. Nothing working out well. Carpenter's going to get intentionally walked. Dylan Dingler is 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. We are going to pinch hit for this at-bat and this at-bat only. Zach McKinstry, Jake Rogers will catch the bottom of the ninth. McKinstry into right center field. That should get a run home. First pitch, pinch hit, single. Zach McKinstry, an absolute star as of late.
Everything really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive.
Weak contact, but it's all Detroit needed. And I mean, this inning could get even worse for the White Sox because here's Riley.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
I mean, hell, if Green homers here, we might as well let Jack try and finish this thing out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Carpenter at
to
third.
sit back a little bit.
At first,
Didn't.
2 out of the inning.
1-1 on Riley. Went back to that
Foul ball
changeup.
there.
Sells it so well. So many of these White Sox do. It's amazing that they're so ass. Chopper, tough play. They'll get the out at second base.
And that is that.
2-run lead for the Tigers. Zach McKinstry
It's now 4-2.
drives in a run.
You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
First run since Lord knows when. Whenever we took the lead. So McKinstry to come out. Jake Rogers
Chase
behind the
Rogers,
plate.
the new catcher now.
Now catching. Number 34.
Now it's going to be Austin Slater.
Rogers.
So we will bring on, oddly enough, a left-hander.
So the Tigers get a new
In
arm
Tyler
from the pen.
Holton.
Tyler Holton.
Now
Well, the best relievers love
Primarily
the
our
opportunity to
closer.
come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball
Oh,
game. Some of them are just wired
revoked,
different,
but
so we'll
ever
see what
since
he's got
we
here.
did that, that's when things went wrong. Oh my.
And another ball.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in.
Yeah, here we go.
I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the
3-0.
ninth means. I mean, just
Fresh
such
out
a
of the
big
pen.
difference mentally when you're
After
chasing
all that
2
Jack
runs
has
instead
done.
of 1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Strike in there.
And
Fouled
that
away
is
by
out of play.
Slater, and we have a full count.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Foul ball, and it remains a
Ready
full
for the
count.
cutter on the outer part.
That's
Do
foul
it
off to
again.
the right side, keeps the AB going.
Holton just doesn't have anything to get anyone out anymore. Right
Headed
field.
towards the corner.
Run for
Carpenter.
Carpenter, who's there?
Makes a nice running catch.
Oh.
There's one down.
Number
One away.
Pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put
Man,
it
you
in
felt like the
Tony.
longer that at bat
Gear and
extended,
go a long way to track
the
that
worse
one
it was going to
down.
get.
Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide
Ground
receiver
ball,
playing football.
Torres. 2 away, and Tyler
Torres
Holton,
over first.
through
Tuckman is
all
gone.
of that,
play won't be trending
has
on social
2
media
outs and the
later
base
on,
is
but it's
clear.
still important to execute
And
it to
here's
perfection.
Gallo.
This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
First pitch. Wow. What a quick end to this game.
On to first.
How did Joey Gallo get down the line so fast? He ain't
Take
fast.
one of the series on the road.
Well, Jack Flaherty, I get that it's against the White Sox, but if he's going to turn his stuff around that's been ongoing for the last month and a half, a great start against the White Sox is going to do that. Flaherty improves to 3-6. Justin Anderson drops to 3-5. Tyler Holton save number 10 in a 4-2 Tigers series opening win.